All right. This is the WMB show. I am very happy to be here today. And this is like a remake from last night because I don't know what's happening with the audio, but it seems as though we got it fixed and it's working, and you can hear me loud and clear. So let's get it started and let's get at it. All right, this is a remake from last night. Like I said, there was a lot of little echoes and stuff like that, so I thought it was apropos to try to do it today and really make an impact that I really want you guys to feel. And we're streaming live right now, and as of this moment, I am looking at all of the controls. It seems as though it's working well. So if you can hear me well without having to put on headphones in order to hear it, that's great. So just leave a comment. Let me know how everything is playing out. You should be able to see me moving without being a second or two delay, and my voice is matching my mouth. So with all that being said, from last night I was really into positivity and understanding what positivity is and how important it is and how it plays so much in our lives every single day. Now that doesn't mean you're not going to have everything going for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's positive. Life is like a heartbeat. It goes up and it goes down. The graph where you have your ups and downs. That's normal in life, and you're gonna have your ups and you're gonna have your downs. Because if you're not having that, that means you're dead. Point blank, flat line, nothing is happening. And so, how do we go about circumventing negativity and negative people and overcoming difficult situations? Because I can honestly tell you, there are plenty of people. And one of the things that I forgot the actor's name, I was trying to remember him, right? But his name is Samuel Jackson. His wife had all kinds of excuses to let him go and be the crackhead that he was, and so on and so forth. And everybody was saying, Samuel Jackson is nothing. He's never going to be anything. He's never going to amount to anything. But she stayed the course for the better and for the worse. And sooner than later, Samuel Jackson got cleaned up and he became an actor, and the rest is history. I mean, there's plenty of people in this world that are just a true shining example of what it is to be human and also what it is to overcome odds. I mean, there's a guy, a young man, it was a while ago that I saw on Facebook that he went 12 years without really anyone in his corner, not one family member and nothing. He going from one shelter to the next. But through it all, he stayed positive. I really don't understand it, to be honest with you. I really don't. Because, you're not going to really know what you're going to do in a given situation until your back is up against the wall, until you are truly tested, until your humanity is truly tested, until your frugality and your resolution and the virtue that you're supposed to live are truly tested, that your integrity and your character is truly tested. And this young man, and as well as a young lady who basically did the same thing, studying under the street lights, living among pimps and whores and prostitutes and drug addicts, were able to stay the course and graduated valedictorian, not like with a C plus average, and now they are at Harvard on a full ride scholarship. And there's plenty of people like that, and I salute them. And these are the kind of people we want to talk about on our show on Mondays. I know this is Tuesday, but we're going to take down the other one that is up there and really put this one to the test and allow it to be the shining example that I hope will be will be the haymaker for Mondays. You know what I mean? So Monday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is where we talk about people who have overcome fantastic odds. And like I said, I'm doing this right now, and I'm streaming in order to replace that video that I did last night. I mean, there was a lot of static and echoes and stuff like that. So it looked like I got it together, and I corrected the error. And now the video and the voice is very, very, very clear. You know, I did a test of it as well, so hopefully that test came out okay. But I'd like to pay homage to Dasan Ari. If you were able to tune in last night, you can tune in now. And I'm going to make sure that you are aware of this post. And you know, just to let you know that you can do anything that you want to do in this life before it's over with. Everybody that's living was born, and we all going to have a time to die. But dying is not the saddest part of life. It really isn't. It's allowing things in you to die before your own physical death. And that means whatever desire that you had, whatever goal that you had, whatever thing that you wanted to manifest in your life, that you, for whatever reason, feel that, you know, you can't do it. That other people have convinced you that you can't do it. And this is where the rubber meets the road. This is the difference between those who live working a normal job for 30, 40 years, retire and die, and never really going for their dreams. 95% of the people who give up on their dreams work for the 5% who don't. 95% of the people who work for the 5% who never gave up on their dreams. So it is very important to understand, and we're going to get into this in greater detail, at least from the angle in which I am coming from, because I'm hoping that it can really resonate with you, that you can feel what I'm saying, that you can connect the dots, that perhaps somewhere in the fetal part of your brain that you have left behind as a baby, as a younger person, you can now feed it and allow it to grow and allow it to manifest into the dream that you've always wanted to achieve. So, to me and for me, you guys, faith is more than just, you know, believing that you can do something. It's believing and knowing. Because, you know, I haven't ridden a bike in like 100 years, but I know I can ride a bike because I believe I can ride a bike. I believe I can ride a bike because I know how. And someone had to plant that seed of faith, that seed of belief in my heart, in my soul, and everything. So it starts with a belief in you and your ability to do it, but also having somebody behind you holding the seat of the bike until you got your balance. You see, this is what life is all about: finding your balance. Being you, never allowing anybody to tell you that you cannot do something. And if that's the case, and if we wouldn't have everything that we have in this world outside of our mind that is in existence, that is manifested, whether it's a pen, a car, a radio, dishwashing liquid, you name it, somebody thought of it. And so when you think about the promised land, you know, Israel and all that's going on, and the Jews are trying to get to Israel in the Middle East, I think that's kind of misleading, because to be honest, if I were to be the kind of person that people can relate to, I'm going to tell them the truth. And it dawned on me a long time ago that the promised land is not in Israel, any other part of Africa or America or any other part of the world. It is within you. Right here, right between your ears. And the more you water that 3-pound mass of gelatin we call a brain, the more you get out of it. Period. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding are the 3 most precious gems of Solomon, and that you must accrue and you must have in this life before it's over with. And to pass on the legacy of excellence and achievement, not only for your sons and daughter, your immediate family, but your family at large, for your community, for the city in which you live, for the state in which you live, for the country in which you live, and for the world, because that's what it's all about. At the end of your life, what can you leave behind? What legacy of achievement that you can leave behind that will say that you can do it, and will you do it because you have the will and the faith to do it, to bring it into existence? Because to be honest, every thought has its manifested state. You think it first, you speak it into existence, and then you manifest it into reality by your actions and the actions of others. It is so very important to multiply your effort through other people. You don't have to try to do it all by yourself. That's the reason why we have 8 billion people in the world. 8 billion, I think it's something like that, whatever it may be. But you have other people to help you, to help yourself to move forward. And this is how corporations start. Apple started out in the garage of Steve Jobs, and so did Google and a lot of other multi-billion-dollar entities, corporations. Think about that for a minute. And the more faith you have, and the more you worked out the plan to get from point A to point B, from point B to point C, the more relevant it becomes, and the more hard you become, or focused you become, or more determined you become. It's like a diamond that no one can tell you that you cannot do it. You know you can because you believe you can. You believe it, you can because you know you can. Period. Faith without work is dead. I mean, I can sit here and tell you, well, I didn't graduate from high school because I never went. I did go because I knew what the ultimate goal was, to get a high school degree and to follow the normal growth patterns of young kids, at that particular point in my life. So with all of that being said, how do we go about achieving our goals? How do we go about knowing where we are in our present age to know that whatever it is that is going on in our lives, that we can overcome it? And let me share with you a book called A Boy Called It and a Man Named Dave Pelzer. I mean, I don't cry often, and they welled up some tears in my eyes about the mother this guy had. I mean, she fed him food so rotten that a dog wouldn't eat it, and called him it instead of calling him Dave. But he never internalized that pain, that hurt, and he realized that his mother must have had some terrible experiences in order to bring that to him, to bring that level of pain, that level of hurt to him, and he forgave her. And now with that book, A Boy Called It and a Man Named Dave, that's the other book as well, Dave Pelzer. He is a well-spoken author and speaker and making millions of dollars. So it's not what people do to you or what they say, it's how you react to it. You have to understand that they're coming from a place of hurt, a place of pain, a place of delusion or disillusionment. And that type of mentality that they have that has nothing to do with you as a person, as a man, as a woman, as a citizen of humanity, that you have to realize and let it go and don't allow it to destroy you. You see, to me, negativity is like anchors weighing you down. You have to liberate yourself. You have to free your mind. You have to be able to see beyond the ocean that you see in front of you. An old saying goes, it's one thing to see trees in front of you, but it's something else to see the forest behind the tree that you see in front of you. And we're going to get into that, but allow me to share with you some of the things that really resonated with me that I put up here in order to show you at this particular point during this discussion. And we're 15 minutes into this, and I'm hoping that we might be about an hour. in order to really relate to you the importance of being positive and what that means. So the first one is this one. Life is all about how we see things, and that really is true. But it's based on your family, based on your own personal history and the people that you run into. It's based on the level of knowledge, understanding, and wisdom that you have, and all of these things play a part in your ability to see, not only with your eyes here, but with your third eye. Common sense is your third eye. Your instinct is your third eye. And it said life is all about how we see things. Now, you can see this man, he's either facing you face to face or to the side. And how you see it is how it is. And if you're coming from a place of hurt and pain, that's all you're going to really be able to see. You have to be able to see the humanity in you. And excuse the noise because I'm doing this post streaming from the Dominican Republic live. And sometimes you're going to hear some noise, so just don't pay that any attention. And I'm sitting here at my kitchen table doing this right now. But a lot of people need to just let it go. Don't allow your pain, don't allow your hurt. And I know, it's easy to say and it's harder to do. But you define you. You determine what you want to be and what you are. That no one else, no matter what they do, cannot determine what you will do. You determine that. Now, I know there are a lot of people who say, well, what if somebody kill your mother in front of you? You're going to really kill? Yeah, of course. They're not. If I can get to them, and it'll be in self-defense, and I wouldn't be going to jail, I guess, that, I would kill them. And there's no doubt about that. And about innocent children, too. I mean, I don't get that. They're just some really demonic, possessed people in this world that we live in. But that's another story, and that's another thing. So let's move on. This one says, never lose yourself while trying to hold on to someone who doesn't care about losing you. You have to really let it go. You have to really be about you, first and foremost. You have to love yourself. Because other people who they don't care about losing you. They really don't. Being an entrepreneur is neither a part-time or full-time job. It's a lifestyle. Now, when I say it's a lifestyle, it's about virtues, character, integrity, frugality, resoluteness, all of the virtues. Just Google virtues. And to be able to sidestep the 7 deadly sins, which are the children of doubt: greed, gluttony, sloth, envy, pride, wrath, and lust. You must sidestep those. You must be cognitively and consciously aware of what those two elements are, because there are two wolves that are fighting for control of you every day, every single day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365. The wolf of virtues and the wolf of the 7 deadly sins, or of doubt. Now, when I'm riding a bike, I don't have any doubt about riding it. I know I can because I believe I can, and I believe I can because I know I can. That gives me the faith. That gives me the will to overcome any doubt. Are you following that? Doubt is nothing but disbelief. That's it. And not knowing. That's it. And when you have faith, it becomes hard as a diamond. There's no doubt in your mind that you can do it. You have faith that you can do it, and that's the will to overcome anything that is happening in your life. Sure, it's hard, but you will get through it. And I can remember this guy, he had a company, and the whole plant burned down. Multi-millionaire family, everything. And he continued to pay their workers. They did not miss not net check up until and after the corporation or building was rebuilt. That's integrity. That's character. That's frugality. That's responsibility. That's kindness. And that kind of kindness that this guy showed, oh my God. These workers came back full blast 2001% for this guy. And this is what I'm talking about, being corporately responsible and showing the power of kindness. Excuse my neighbor, but hey, this is how it is for right now. Uh, so we're going to move on. Now, this is a lady who is obviously not well endowed with money. She's coming from a poor background and so on and so forth. But the power of pictures is what I want you to be able to understand. That nothing cannot stop you unless you stop you. This woman is sitting here reading a book or whatever the case may be, and she's oblivious to her current situation because she wants to learn. She wants to be more knowledgeable, be more understanding, and having more wisdom. So with all of that being stated, this pictures to me is more important than words. I mean, I could sit here and I can explain to you. Well, I'm thinking about this woman who I saw sitting on a garbage pile of garbage with her legs crossed and reading a book. Now that's fine, but a picture is worth 1,000 words. It really is, and it bespeaks her internal dynamic personality to overcome any given situation. Now, no matter what you think about Wesley Snipes, he has come a long way to overcome whatever is in front of him, to overcome it. I have a lot of respect for this guy. Hopefully I can meet him one day. But to be honest, he is the epitome of positivity, and I think he understands that there's always a battle that is going on with each and every one of us, and we have to be conscious of that. We have to be conscious of Set and Osiris, a mental battle that has been going on since time immemorial, I guess how you say it. And our Egyptian forefathers knew about that it has to be a daily battle. You cannot allow not one day to go by without fighting. And you have to be conscious of those two elements within each and every one of us. And all of this hate and bitterness and so on that's going on, some of it I can understand, but at some point you have to realize that hate is like a cancer. It can kill you. It can lower your immune system, constrict your vasal constriction or something like that, your veins or your arteries and stuff like that, causing strokes and heart attacks and stuff. So you have to be, I'm going to let that motorbike go by. You have to be conscious of this, all right? And the more you're conscious with the third eye, the more you will be able to see with your two eyes. Character is like pregnancy. It cannot be hidden forever. It's an African proverb, and you can also say there are three things that cannot be hidden forever as well: the sun, the moon, and the truth. So character is one of the virtues, and Google virtues. You'll see a whole host of them, and I try to live my life based on those virtues every single day because it is a habit, and failure or success is a habit. You have to realize that you must cultivate positive habits with positive words, positive thoughts, and positive action. Because faith without work is dead. And action is the ultimate act that you can do to bring the things that you want into your life to be manifested. Let's move on. Oh, okay. Let's see. Okay. This is the sixth one. I think we got about like a dozen of these that we're gonna go through. But this one says, listen to your own voice, your own soul. If something doesn't feel right, it probably isn't. Listen to your own voice, your own soul. If something doesn't feel right, It probably isn't. Pay attention to your instinct, to your gut instinct, to your first mind, your first thought. It is so prevalent, it is so important that you must be in contact and in touch with you. That you need to listen to your own voice. It's rarely ever wrong. Let's move on. Now, this one may not seem apropos to the given situation, but it is. You might be like this lion or tiger. I don't know which one it is. It might be a lion, tiger, it might be a liger or something. I don't know. But look at the intensity and the ferociousness and the focusedness of this lion's face. It knows what it wants, it's going after it, and once it gets it, it's going to tear it apart. You got to be like this lion going after your dreams. You cannot get distracted with BS and people saying that you can't because they don't understand where you are coming from. They don't see what you saw that allowed you to say, hey, you know, I can do this. Hey, I can create this. Hey, I can invent that. Go on, forget about those who say that you can't, and you will find a way to make it happen. The ferociousness and the intensity of this lion face and eyes is just the way you need to be. Now, the other thing is patience. Patience is not the ability to wait, but the ability to keep a good attitude while you are waiting. This is tantamount to, as far as, you know, as an individual, good attitude. You can't be sitting back being patient with a nasty attitude. It's just not going to happen. You got to have a good attitude all the time. And knowing that what you have done is going to be fruitful. It's going to produce good results. Good attitude, patience, and waiting. All right. Now, I like this one because this one really talk about the whole idea of what being relaxed is. And I didn't know I didn't have the camera on, but let me take that on. Here we go. This guy just sitting back on the moon, having a beer, and just relax, not worried about anything. And this is the kind of position that you need to be in. You need to know that you can do it all, and once you've done it all, relax. Have a beer, have a Coke and a smile. I don't know what you want to drink, but whatever it is, sit back and relax. All right, we're going to move on to number 10. Many are called, few are chosen, but the difference between the called and the chosen is that the chosen choose to answer. Are you answering your call? Or are you just letting it ring and then, you know, the person hangs up? The person is destiny. Whatever it is that you want to do in your life, guys, you need to understand that you need to do what you love to do, not what somebody else says that you need to do. Because you're not going to be like work. Every time you get up, every time you, you're gonna love every day. You're not gonna hate Mondays and loving Friday because now you got the weekend all to yourself. But some people, or a lot of people, are like that. You just cannot be, and you need to understand what passion is. Passion is your happiness, doing a thing or things that give your life meaning, purpose, sense of direction, and fulfillment. Happiness means doing the thing or things in your life that give you meaning, purpose, sense of direction, and fulfillment. And I could also add balance. But those four elements are very important: meaning, purpose, sense of direction, and fulfillment. And when you have happiness, happiness is the key that unlocks the door to fame and fortune. And to mention my book on positivity and a positive attitude called uh, Unlocking the Door That Leads to Fame and Fortune, Happiness, Fame, and Fortune, The Key to Life, it is called. And it's going to be available within the next 2 or 3 weeks or so. And I'm going to keep you posted on that. My book, The Keys to Life, Unlocking the Doors That Lead to Happiness, Fame, and Fortune, will be available very soon. But you need to understand, and it need to be a part of your life, you guys. These virtues, you must live them. You must choose to be a habitual winner, not a habitual loser. You cannot be on the wrong side of the line. It's like Moses drawing the line in the sand. Either on the side of truth or the side of lies, the side of losers or the side of winners, the side of justice or the side of injustice, and keep on going with that. Because once you become a man or woman of character and of integrity, people are going to be drawn to you, and that's it. That's the answer. Truth is truth, even if no one believes it. A lie is a lie, even if everyone believes it. And that, I don't think I have to really go into what that is all about. That's pretty readily understood, and you should be able to relate to that. Stand up and speak your truth to power. Political power, economic power, social power, and religious or spiritual power. You must be heard. You must be seen. It must be known that you are a man of character, that you will not allow any level of negativity to encroach upon your mind, encroach upon your brain. Now this one is called One Cannot Be Prepared for Something While Secretly Believing It Will Not Happen, as was spoken by Nelson Mandela. This is also very important as well. I have a thing about believing. And if you don't believe it cannot happen, if you don't believe you cannot ride a bike or you cannot tie your shoes, you cannot finish college because of this, because of that, whatever the case may be, then ultimately you must suffer or deal with the consequences of that, whatever it may be. But life is too short to allow anybody to tell you that you cannot do it, that you cannot make that. But you can and you will. You have to really come to a whole nother place, or from a whole nother place of your mind, of your heart, of your soul. And you must know that whatever else is going on in this world, that you have come to a whole nother level of being. Period. Excuse my sweat here. But ultimately, life is too short to allow you to be overwhelmed with a lot of negativity of other people. The most important person that you have in your corner is you. You must love yourself, respect yourself, and others will love and respect you. If they don't, then you need to take the power in your hand to fire them out of your life. People come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Choose people who want to be in your life for a lifetime. Learn from those who are just there for a season and those who are there for a reason. Don't become a habitual liar to yourself, a habitual I want to be around people because they make me feel well. No. You are more than that. People deserve the best of you. And when you can give yourself the best of you, you can give yourself to other people as well. So this is basically the emphasis behind Monday nights, and being able to show you the foundation of what you need in order to understand where you are coming from and where you want to go in life. Because when you understand history and when you know the past, you can understand the present and predict the future. You know, the life is not hard, you guys. You're going to live and you're going to die. And like I said, don't allow your dream and your goal to die before you die a physical death. That's the worst thing that can happen. But on top of all of that, you might do four things in this life: live, love, laugh, and learn with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your might. Because when it's all said and done, what legacy will you leave behind? And you're doing it not just for you or for your kids or for your family or for your community or for your city, state, nation, but you're doing it for the world, the greater good, the summum bonum of humanity. But with all of that being stated, we're coming up on about 40 minutes. As you can see, I'm looking down at what's going on and what I'm doing as far as the audio. So I am the only one that's at the control. So I have to make sure that everything is running as well as it can run. And right now I want you to be able to see the blog that I have as well. It's called the whitemansburden.blog. And please go there and check it out. I think you're going to find a lot of good information about our history. And tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to be doing the show live talking about African history around the world. Because to me, Africa begins and ends at the four corners of the world. We are the indigenous and original people of this planet from which all other people come from. And that means that everybody is black on this planet. And we're going to be discussing that in greater detail in regard to the dangerous, cliff-hanging, nail-biting situation that white people have put us in that has really destroyed humanity to its very core and to its very foundation. And we as a people must yank it from its certain death. And the only way that you can do it is with life. Speak life into existence. Speak truth into existence. Allow these lies to die on the vine of deception, of delusions, of a mental illness that has penetrated to the very heart and soul of humanity. This is the legacy that white people have left behind. And they have become so entrenched by the demon, so possessed by the demon of white supremacy, that they cannot allow it to go. They cannot let it go. Because, like I said before, you cannot defeat the demons that are in possession of you that you are enjoying doing. Or that you enjoy doing. And white people are enjoying the hell out of white supremacy. So we're going to be discussing that in greater detail at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So get ready and be prepared, because it's going to be a ride as you have never been on a ride like this before. We're going to get at it. And the only way to defeat hate is with love. And the love of what? Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Because, the more you feed into evil, the more it will destroy you. And this is something that, and I'm just being honest, this is something that white people are not seeing. If they do see it, they don't give a damn. That evil will always destroy you in the end. Always, ALWAYS, and always, ALLWAYS. And it is destroying them to their utter core. Whether they are responsible about it, or awakened about it, or conscious about it, it is happening worldwide. And they need to let it go. They need to come back to the table of humanity and sit their asses down and behave. Because they are a part of humanity and a part of history, but they are the last people to appear, if there is such a thing as race. White people are the last to appear on the ladder of humanity. And you cannot outdo your mother and your father, the black man and woman. We are your daddy and your mommy. No ifs, no ands, no buts about it. And we're going to go at it, and we're going to really put them to the test. And if you know about Bill O'Reilly or Laura Ingraham or Tommy Lauren, tell them about me. I am more than willing to be on this show. I am more than willing to talk about this to its fullest extent because these people are lying every single day, and you know they are. They talking about white supremacy indirectly, and how white people are superior indirectly or directly, especially Bill O'Reilly and Laura Ingraham. So, in order to stop this BS with them, you need to let them know straight up and down, in and out, no pussyfooting around and sliding from foot to foot and side to side. Slap them in the face with truth. And as my master teacher told me, Horace Butler, the author of When Rocks Cry Out, pick up that rock of truth and bust their heads wide open, allow the lie just spill on out. That's it. Bust them in their head. Cause that's the only thing they're gonna ever understand. They're so full of bullshit, and this is the reason why I say white people ain't shit because they talk shit. They talk shit because they ain't shit, and they know they're talking a lot of BS. Now it might be hard for me to, it might sound hard or harsh, but that's the only way to deal with liars and lying. Put them straight up and down on the cross of truth and crucify them. That's it. And this is how I am. And this is how we must be. All right? And then this one, it's really about thanking you guys for watching. Now, you can subscribe and you can also support the channel on Patreon as well as PayPal. There are links under the description. And it would be really appreciative. I would be really appreciative because I'm the only one that's here right now. We're going to have some current, some up and coming hosts, co-hosts as well, and some resident experts that's going to be on the show in order to really give a full review of our history in the Americas and how the Knight of the Templar played a part in it, and what really is white supremacy. And to give you a little taste of my book that is available on Amazon right now, you can look at it, or you can look it up and buy it. It's an ebook. I recommend that you buy the ebook because it is filled with a lot of links that you can click on, and you can verify the information. The White Man's Burden of Lies and Deceit, Book 1, and Book 2, The White Man's Burden of Lies and Deceit 2, Understanding White Supremacy. So tonight we're going to get into that, and I really thank you for tuning in, and I am very, very, very sorry for allowing the audio to be how it was. And like I said, every now and then you're going to hear my neighbor talking or cars going by, so please excuse that. I'm hoping tonight, since it's at night, everybody's at home and chilling and relaxing and doing whatever they do, and it's not as busy. So from here on out, we're going to be on nightly, Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And on Monday, like I said, it's Inspiration Mondays, and on Friday, it's Freak Out Friday. We're just going to laugh our asses off. Laughing at and laughing for and laughing with a lot of stupid people doing a lot of stupid things. And if you know of any good memes that are just funny, you want them to be featured onto the show, send them to me. My email is there, and my WhatsApp number is there, and the whole nine. And also, if you know anybody who wants to be on the show, on the WMB show, who have a particular skill or want to just talk or what have you, please let them know that we are available. This is your show. This is my show. This is our show, and this is the show of the people. Because this is a whole new people's revolution, the revolution of truth. So with all of that being said, I am going to try this. I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but I'm gonna try the outro and to see what the what is. I did try it one time before. So like I said, I am out of here. I'll see you tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and this is the outro. Peace and good things. Okay, well that went kind of quick, so I'm gonna do it again. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna get this buffering down. I'm gonna really have it together because at least we got the audio straight. So, but here it is again. All right, that's it. That's a wrap, and we will see you tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The WMB show. Spread the word and peace and good things.